Welcome back. Thanks for stopping on in today. In today's video, we're going to be discussing some solid value bets against the spread in college basketball for Sunday, February 12th, 2017. Got about 4 games that we're going to be discussing, and if you're interested, you can get our daily free pick over at our main website, stumpthespread.com, by clicking in the logo in the top right-hand corner of this video, and we'll also link Stump the Spread in the video description. The daily free pick over at our main website came through again yesterday as Arizona State went on to win and cover the spread at home against Stanford. Our daily free pick has been dominating action over the past month, going 19-4-1 against the spread over the past 24 days. So I do recommend you go over there and check that out. And as we continue to try to ride this hot streak that we've been on in college basketball with our daily free play. In today's video, we're going to be discussing about 4 matchups, and if you're interested in what games I'm going to be talking about, I will put those down in the video description as well. If you're interested in getting more of this content in the future, you can click that subscribe button, and also any thumbs up on the video are greatly appreciated and really help us out. Alright, so the first matchup that I want to talk about in today's video is one of the more intriguing matchups that we get today. It's going to be between Cincinnati and SMU over in the AAC. The American is a conference that often gets overlooked. This year, Cincinnati and Southern Methodist have been putting together some really solid campaigns, and I'm interested to see what these groups are able to do come the NCAA tournament as they go against some of the other conferences that get more recognition and see how they stack up. Cincinnati heading on the road today into a tough test here. Cincinnati is undefeated in conference right now, and they were able to come through at home against SMU earlier in conference play, picking up that win by just 2 points. Obviously, things are going to be a little bit tougher for the Bearcats today as they head out on the road into Moody Coliseum, which is one of the toughest places to play in college basketball. SMU is undefeated on their home court this year, and really Southern Methodist has been putting together some strong results as of late, and they just have that one defeat in conference play, which is against Cincinnati. This is a revenge game for SMU, and Cincinnati, they're a very tough team that leans on their defense, much like SMU. And in their first go-around this year, SMU was able to get the advantage on the boards, and that's going to be their key to success today against the Bearcats if they're able to limit second chance scoring opportunities while getting many of those opportunities themselves. SMU has picked up some just extremely convincing wins on their home court in conference play and really throughout the regular season, and we see that continuing today in what should be a fairly competitive matchup. We feel like SMU should be able to pull away as they go on to win and cover this 4.5 to 5 point spread. Alright, so moving on down here, we have a matchup in the Missouri Valley Conference between Northern Iowa and Missouri State. This is a rematch of a game that we saw earlier in conference play where Missouri State went on the road to Northern Iowa and beat the Panthers. That was back when the Panthers weren't quite playing their top ball. But it was a competitive game. Missouri State found themselves getting off to a huge lead in the first half, and much like many Missouri State games this year, they were really spinning their tires throughout the second half of that matchup against the Panthers. They were able to hold on, though, and get the 4-point win on the road. Missouri State doesn't necessarily have the greatest home court advantage by any means, and pretty much all of their home games in conference have gone right down to the wire, and that's just, it seems, how the Bears like to play, whether they get a big lead or find themselves at a large deficit. They always seem to find a way to make things interesting in the end. This should be another really close game, but we do like Missouri State's overall offensive ability a bit more than Northern Iowa, and Missouri State also ranks pretty well on the defensive side of the ball, not quite as solid as the Panthers, but one of the top half groups in the Missouri Valley Conference nonetheless. And on their home court, we do like Missouri State to pick up another win here against Northern Iowa as they go on to win and cover this 1.5 point spread. Another matchup in the Missouri Valley that we have here is between Wichita State and Loyola Chicago. Wichita State has really stepped up their game as of late. We saw that in their incredible blowout win recently at home against Illinois State, who's the other top team this year in the Missouri Valley. And then also we saw Wichita State blow out Missouri State as well, getting an 18-point win in that game. Wichita State has been putting together some really impressive results, and now they head out on the road to face a Loyola Chicago squad that's been more in the mid-tier of the MVC this year, showing that they can compete sometimes with some of the upper-tier teams, but having issues with consistency and coming through in the end of a number of their close battles. We like what we've been seeing out of Wichita State, and the Shockers are definitely trying to secure their place in the NCAA tournament by picking up consistent dominating wins in the Missouri Valley. We do like the Shockers to go ahead and pull away in this one as they go on to win and cover this spread, building off of some of the recent momentum that we've seen from them, covering this 9 to 9.5 point spread currently. And just one more game that I want to touch on in today's video. It's a matchup over in the MEAC between St. Peter's and Manhattan. We like what we've been seeing out of St. Peter's throughout the regular season, especially on the road. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that defense travels a lot easier than offense, and St. Peter's is head and shoulders above everyone else in the MEAC on the defensive side of the ball. St. Peter's came through for us recently in their road game against Quinnipiac. They went on to blow out the Bobcats by, I think it was by about 30 points or something ridiculous. St. Peter's defense is very elite, and they should have quite a bit of success here against a Manhattan squad that ranks in the 200ths in the nation, actually kind of in the mid to upper 200ths in scoring average and total defense. Been a really tough year for the Jaspers, and we don't really see them having all that much success here at home against the Peacocks. St. Peter's, earlier in conference play, back before they were really hitting their stride, they played Manhattan, and they still were able to pick up that win by 14 points. We do feel like this one can be a little bit more competitive than that, but St. Peter's giving that 4.5 points we feel like is a pretty solid value bet against the spread in this matchup. So those are the 4 games that I wanted to talk about for today's action in college basketball. Again, if you're interested in getting our daily free pick, you can head on over to our main website, stumpthespread.com, by clicking in the link in the description. Also, another option is clicking in the logo in the top right-hand corner of this video. Yesterday, we saw a lot of success across basketball with the NBA and college basketball picks combining to go 8-2 against the spread. If you're interested in getting the whole host of all of our basketball plays and our high value bets, we do recommend you testing out or trying out a premium pick package over at stumpthespread.com. But if not, also check out our daily free pick, which has just been on a huge roll as of late. So thanks, guys, for stopping on in today, and we'll see you in the next college basketball pick video. Bye.